الله وكفى وسلام على عباده الذين اصطفى أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وأتموا الحج والعمرة لله فإن أحصرتم فما استيسر من الهدي ولا تحلقوا رؤوسكم حتى يبلغ الهدي محله فمن كان منكم مريضا أو به أذى من رأسه ففدية من صيام أو صدقة أو نسك فإذا أمنتم فمن تمتع بالعمرة إلى الحج فما استيسر من الهدي فمن لم يجد فصيام 3 أيام في الحج و7 إذا رجعتم تلك عشرة كاملة ذلك لمن لم يكن أهله حاضر المسجد الحرام واتقوا الله واعلموا أن الله شديد العقاب صدق الله العظيم وبلغنا رسوله النبي الكريم ونحن على ذلك من الشاهدين والشاكرين والحمد لله رب العالمين وأتم الحج والعمرة لله. Accomplish the Hajj and the Umrah for Allah. فإن أحصرتم فما استيسر من الهدي. But if you are restricted, then sacrifice whatever animal of offering is available. So this means that when a person is going for Hajj or Umrah and they have the ihram, they have put on the ihram, but for some reason, because of illness, because of enemy, in whatever way, if they are restricted and it does not remain possible for them to perform Hajj or Umrah with their ihram, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling what to do in that condition. Give sacrifice of an animal. وَلَا تَحْلِقُوا رُؤُوسَكُمْ حَتَّى يَبْلُغَ الْهَدْيُ مَحِلَّهُ. And do not shave your heads until the offering reaches its place. So this means that by shaving the head, it is a way of coming out of ihram. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that do not come out of ihram until that animal of offering has reached its place. And that place is the limits of haram. So whatever animal is sacrificed, it has to be sacrificed within the limits of haram. So what happened was that if somebody is restricted outside the limits of haram and they are carrying their animal for sacrifice with them, that animal has to reach in and then be sacrificed. If they can take it themselves, they can take it themselves. Otherwise, they have to arrange for someone to take that animal. The qurbani, the sacrifice, has to take place within the limits of haram. فمن كان منكم مريضا أو به أذى من رأسه ففدية من صيام أو صدقة أو نسك. But if any one of you is ill or has some trouble with their scalp, then there is a ransom through fasting or giving alms. Even then, if somebody wants to shave their head, is compelled to shave their head before their animal reaches that limit of the haram, because of they may have a disease in their scalp, or if they are sick, then they have to give ransom, which is fasting and giving alms, giving charity in the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. فإذا أمنتم فمن تمتع بالعمرة إلى الحج فما استيسر من الهدي. And when you are safe, then whoever avails the advantage of the Umrah along with the Hajj, فمن لم يجد فصيام 3 أيام في الحج و7 إذا رجعتم, shall make an offering of whatever animal is available. And then فمن لم يجد فصيام 3 أيام في الحج و7 إذا رجعتم تلك عشرة كاملة. However, anyone who finds none, and he does not find any animal, shall fast for 3 days during Hajj and for 7 days when you return. Tilka ashratun kamila. So these are 10 days, thus they are 10 in all. ذلك لمن لم يكن أهله حاضر المسجد الحرام. This is for him whose family folk are not residents of the Masjid al-Haram or the limits of Haram. واتقوا الله وَاعْلَمُوا أن الله شديد العقاب. Fear Allah and be aware that Allah is severe in punishment. So this leeway to in detail of fasting for if somebody does not find an animal to sacrifice and they are fasting, they have to do it at least 3 days within the limits of Haram in the days of Hajj, and the last day of those fasting would be the 9th of Zul Hajjah as written in Tafasir. And then when they return back, they can complete the 7 days, so that becomes 10 days total. Of course, if somebody lands in that situation, the best thing to do is to connect with the alim and ask exactly what should be done, relate your situation. But this is what has been said in the Quran. And this is only for those people who are traveling and they do not have family in the limits of Haram. And these are the people who can combine Hajj and Umrah. Inshallah, we'll do some more ayat. الحج أشهر معلومات فما فرض فيهن الحج فلا رفث ولا فسوق ولا جدال في الحج وما تفعلوا من خير يعلمه الله وتزودوا فإن خير الزاد التقوى واتقون يا أولي الألباب. الحج أشهر معلومات. The Hajj is to be performed in the months that are well known. فمن فرض فيهن الحج فلا رفث ولا فسوق ولا جدال في الحج. So whoever undertakes Hajj in them, there should be no obscenity, no sin and no quarrel in the Hajj. So this is, of course, Hajj is performed in Zul Hajjah, but this is in that time where people would start many days behind. So the earliest limit for which you could don ihram and start for haram was Shawwal. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that these are the months that are well known, that before Shawwal you cannot put on the ihram. It is written in detail, and if you do that, then Hajj is not accepted. So you have to wait until Shawwal, at least Shawwal begins, and then you can put on the ihram and go for Hajj. Nowadays these masail do not connect with us because we just fly by planes and reach there in a matter of hours. And then what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, that whoever has put on the ihram, فَمَنْ فَرَضَ فِيهِنَّ الْحَجَّ فَلَا رَفَثَ وَلَا فُسُوقَ وَلَا جِدَالَ فِي الْحَجِّ. Rafas, fusuq and jidal. Rafas is relationship with their spouse, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has specifically mentioned it because if somebody does that, the Hajj does not remain valid at all, and there cannot be any sacrifice that can make the Hajj valid as well. In fact, they will have to be given a sacrifice of a cow or a cow or a bigger animal like a camel, and the Hajj will have to be repeated if somebody intentionally establishes this relationship with their spouse with the ihram in the limits of haram. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has specifically mentioned rafas first, then wala fusuq. Fusuq basically means is a plural of fisq, and fisq is major sins. So here the ulama have differed in their explanation. Some ulama have said that it refers to general fisq, general sins, general huge major sins of that disobedience to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the other group of mufassirin have said that this refers to those particular acts that are forbidden in the state of ihram. For example, for men and women, putting on perfume, cutting their nails, cutting your hair, hunting animals, those things. A major group of mufassirin have said that fusuq refers here to those acts upon which dam becomes or sacrifice becomes necessary. Wala jidal, and no fighting, no extreme quarreling. Jidal is extreme fighting, and again some of the mufassirin have said that even in the days of Hajj, what happened back in the day was, before this was made clear by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because Hajj had been going on even for such a long time, even the mushrikeen would perform Hajj. So they would quarrel about little things, and those things would become major. For example, now all of us know that wuquf has to be performed in Arafat. At that time, until that was made clear by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, a group of people would make wuquf in Muzdalifah, and then they will start fighting about these things right in the days of Hajj with each other. These groups will start fighting. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has forbidden that, especially that there can be no fighting in the days of Hajj in the state of Ihram. So a major group of Mufassirin has said that this refers to that fighting. وَمَا تَفْعَلُوا مِنْ خَيْرٍ يَعْلَمْهُ اللَّهُ. Instead of doing these things, you should remember that whatever you do, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whatever you do min khayr, from among the good, Allah knows it and Allah rewards you for it. So leave the sins, leave the negative things, and concentrate over the positive things, over the good deeds. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows them, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to fully reward you for those. وَتَزَوَّدُوا فَإِنَّ خَيْرَ الزَّادِ التَّقْوَى. Take provisions along with you, for the merit of having provision is to abstain from begging. وَاتَّقُونِ يَا أُولِي الْأَلْبَابِ. And fear me, O men of understanding. This is to shun the practice of people, and such people exist to some extent in our times as well, that they would say that we will travel for Hajj and we will totally not take any provisions with us. We don't want to depend on anything material. We are totally depending on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and they will start for Hajj. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that do not do this. Take some provisions with you, and it is better, it is best, because it will keep you from begging. So once you don't take any provisions and you start on the path of Hajj, then the natural result would be that you will be begging people for things. So do not do that. Take provisions with you. Inshallah, we'll hold here, and then tomorrow we'll start from Ayah 198, which talks about trading and business during Hajj in the state of Ihram. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. الصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين. ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين. رب اغفر وارحم وأنت خير الراحمين. Ya Allah, please make us among the people of the Quran, those who are special to you and dear to you and close to you. Ya Allah, please make this Quran a guide for us, and a guide for us towards the heavens, and the heavens that are full of bounties and blessings from you, Ya Allah. And Ya Allah, make this Quran the peace of our hearts, and the discrimination for us, furqan for us, discrimination among the right and wrong for us. Ameen Ya Rabbal Alameen. سمعنا وأطعنا غفرانك ربنا وإليك المصير. صلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه سيدنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. آمين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين.